Now, it's been 1 month since the Israel-Hamas war broke out. Large plumes of smoke were seen rising from buildings. This following the explosions that took place in Gaza as Israel ground forces have started to encircle the Gaza city. My colleague Rajesh Pawar, who's in Tel Aviv, now joins me on the story. Rajesh, it's been almost a month and a few days more, but we are seeing that this war is only escalating. We did see how the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, had made it very clear at the starting of this war that their end goal is to decimate Hamas completely.
Very true, Aishwarya. You see that there is a lot of pressure on Prime Minister Netanyahu right now. There were huge protests in Tel Aviv and in Jerusalem yesterday, so that they are asking government to do more to secure the release of hostages. And as far as military situation is concerned, IDF has now virtually divided entire Gaza Strip into two parts. They have totally encircled the north of Gaza, and all the Hamas terrorists and militants, they are now encircled by IDF. And now IDF is slowly moving towards Gaza City, which is the biggest urban center in north of Gaza. And it will be a very hard nut to crack. It will be very difficult for them to move inside the city, because if they move in the city, which is a heavily built up area, there will be a lot of casualties, which Israel or the IDF does not want at this stage after having lost more than 1,400 people on 7th of October. So the operations are going on. Heavy bombardment is going on by air, by sea, and by the ground forces of IDF. But the moment on ground, the inching forward of IDF on ground in Gaza City is a bit slow, but it's going on as per the military planning they have on this regard. Aishwarya.
Right, Rajesh. Rajesh, the release of the hostages, this is still a big issue. Israel, unfortunately, has not been able to get back the hostages that were taken on the 7th of October.
Very much. This is the biggest issue right now in Israel, and this is the reason why the Israeli government and Prime Minister Netanyahu is under so much of pressure, because these the relatives of the hostages and a large number of population, like what we saw in the rally yesterday, they said even if Israel has to stop the war, it should stop the war. If it has to exchange the prisoners, it should do that, or whatever needs to be done. The government must do that, but they must secure the release of these hostages. And this is one of the top issues right now of public debate inside the society here. And this is the biggest pressure on Israeli government right now. Aishwarya.
Thank you, Rajesh, my colleague, who's been on the ground over the past 30 days, giving us all the latest news that's coming in on the war front.
India's #1 political reporter
defines what seems to be happening, vendetta politics. कोई दूध के से धुला हुआ नहीं है.
Unmatched eye, unmatched experience.
The world has changed. My black hair has become grey as well.
And with unmatched passion for the story.
Do not monopolize the conversation.
When it's 100% news that matters. It's News Today with Rajdeep Sardesai. Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. Only on India Today TV.